Forget what you think you know about cruise loyalty, because the system you've been sailing under for years is about to be rewritten in a way that's going to surprise a lot of travelers, some pleasantly, others not so much. Cruise lines spent the last decade quietly tinkering with perks, status levels, and rewards, but 2026 is the first time we're seeing true, industry-wide structural changes. And make no mistake, this isn't minor. These adjustments will directly affect how fast you climb tiers, which benefits you keep, and how much value you get from the money you spend on each vacation. If you cruise even once a year, this is the kind of change that hits you right where it matters. The perks you count on. Priority boarding? Could change. Free laundry? Might depend on your spending. Drink vouchers? Not guaranteed. Even the way you choose which program to earn in might become something completely new. So let's break down what's happening, who's making the biggest moves, and which changes work in your favor, and which ones are going to feel like a punch in the gut. Royal Caribbean Group. Flexibility takes center stage. First up, Royal Caribbean Group. Normally, when cruise lines update loyalty programs, people brace for bad news. Fewer perks, slower point earning, more hoops to jump through. But for once, Royal, Celebrity, and Silversea passengers are actually celebrating. And yes, it's rare to see celebrating and loyalty overhaul in the same sentence. Starting early 2026, Royal is launching something called Points Choice. And it's exactly what cruisers have been asking for, even if they didn't know it. For the first time, if you sail on any of their three brands, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, or Silversea, you get to choose which loyalty program you want those points to go into. This might not sound huge at first, but it's actually a major shift for the industry. Right now, most cruise groups treat their brands like separate worlds. Royal points don't help you on Celebrity. Celebrity perks don't translate to Silversea. And if you sail multiple brands, you end up with mediocre status everywhere, instead of elite status somewhere. Points Choice fixes that. Let's say you're diamond on Royal, but your spouse prefers Celebrity. In 2026, if you take a Celebrity cruise, you can still earn Royal Caribbean points. Or if you're building status on Celebrity but want to try a big Royal ship for your next family vacation, your points can still count toward that preferred program. This move rewards flexibility without punishing you for exploring different brands. And most importantly, it finally makes the Royal Caribbean Group feel like one unified ecosystem. Now, there are limits. Any cruise booked before the launch date won't qualify. So if you booked a multi-cruise 2025-2026 itinerary, only the sailings after rollout count. Fair enough. Still, this is the most passenger-friendly loyalty change we've seen in years, and it's exactly the kind of innovation that other cruise lines will be pressured to follow. Carnival Cruise Line, the controversial shift to spending-based status. Now let's move to the opposite side of the conversation, Carnival. And this one is messy. Carnival is ditching its long-running VIFP program and launching a new system called Carnival Rewards on June 1st, 2026. And here's the big shift. Status is no longer based on the number of nights you sail. It's now based almost entirely on how much money you spend. Your cruise fare plus your onboard purchases equals your path to status. If that sounds familiar, it's because airlines have been doing this for years. And cruisers aren't thrilled to see the model spreading. Instead of earning points per day, Carnival will award stars for status and points for redeemable onboard perks like credit, discounts, and rewards. The idea is that big spenders, suite guests, casino travelers, specialty dining enthusiasts, reach elite tiers faster than budget travelers. Carnival says this creates a fairer, more modern system. But longtime guests call it what it feels like, pay-to-play loyalty. For families who choose Carnival specifically because it's affordable, this change lands hard. Someone sailing 2 short cruises a year might never reach high status again, even if they're loyal to Carnival for decades. Some passengers have said they feel cut off at the knees, especially retirees who built up loyalty through years of long itineraries. Carnival's concessions, a temporary lifeline. After a wave of backlash, Carnival made one important adjustment. Anyone who already holds platinum or diamond status keeps it until the program launches, and anyone who reaches diamond before June 2026 keeps lifetime diamond. That softened the blow a little, but it didn't change the tone of the conversation. Many Carnival fans say this new structure is pushing them toward other lines. And here's the real question. If Carnival's spending-based model doesn't cause mass defections, how long before other companies try the same thing? The industry is watching closely. You might be wondering why all this is happening at once. Simple. Cruise demand is booming, and cruise lines want to reward the passengers who spend the most, not necessarily the ones who sail the most nights. This shift mirrors what hotels and airlines did years ago. Loyalty is being redefined not as the number of trips you take, but the value you bring. Whether you think that's fair depends on your cruising style. Long itineraries? You lose. Bigger spending? You win. Royal's approach gives travelers more freedom. Carnival's approach gives more perks to spenders. It's a philosophical divide that tells you exactly where each brand wants to go in the future. What this means for cruisers in 2026. Here's the bottom line. Your loyalty strategy needs a reset. If you split your cruises across different brands, Royal Caribbean Group just became your best friend. You can finally commit to one program without sacrificing flexibility. If you cruise Carnival for affordability, you may need to rethink how valuable their perks are to you. You might find yourself switching to MSC, Royal, or even NCL if Carnival tiers become too hard to reach. And if you're new to cruising, 2026 is the perfect time to pick one brand and stick with it. These changes make early decisions more important than ever. Loyalty is no longer something that just happens as you cruise. It's something you have to plan for, strategically.